Trojans will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at 25. Back to throw, it's Altmaier. Bringing the heat. He's got the back in the middle. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And that one could serve a lot of purposes. You knock all the butterflies out, you get your first completion.
Yeah, and I agree. You know, the first completion, you get hit, and I always loved it as a player on the first drive to when you got hit, you got that out of the way, you get the butterflies out of the way, then you kind of settle and you realize, all right, this is just football.
Makes the catch. It's Dixon. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
That's reeled in. It's Clement. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Arkin. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play.
Brings up 2nd down.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Altmaier. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on! He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. Quarterback making checks. Rides the back and leaves it. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Illinois picked up the 1st down. Now here they come again. Gives it on the option. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
29 Philly.
Looking to fire. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Off play action on 1st down. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the ground with the back. Breaks the tackle. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Altmaier. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Illinois! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The option look. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. To the air, it's Mayava. The sure hands, it's Lemon. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. try to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, finding a line on.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on fourth down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, back the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Maiava. Rushes on him. He's going to run it. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. The Trojans are threatening in the red zone. The give on the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Trojans are on the move. The corners are walked up tight. He's got it still on his feet. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Slams ahead. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on 3rd and goal from the 2? He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking, we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Here's the pressure. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive, you want to get touchdowns, you don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this, well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward.
Well, they're throwing this ball to the running back out in the flat. That's essentially an extension of a sweep play, right? But the defender there to bring him down for a gain of no yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. Might be changing the route. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Kick is in the air. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Scanning the field, it's Maiava. Gonna let it fly. He's got it inside the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking downfield on 1st down. On target over the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to scramble. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And finally, the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. To the air, it's Mayava. Now improvising. Tight end finds a soft spot. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gets it past the marker. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Illini! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What are you doing in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lemon. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
The Trojans want to move quickly. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be fourth down. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Trojans looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A strike downfield. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. To the air, it's Mayava. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forcing an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Not much room. A pickup of two down to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Makes the catch. It's Clement. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Steps away to find some room. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Jackrabbit.
Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He'll run it again. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Wide open downfield.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to...
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.